Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island UK Series 11, or Season 11, Week 8, Episodes 49 through to 53. Chris, we're almost at the end there. I don't know how much we've got to say about this week, to be honest, but let's try for it. Chris, where would you like to start today?
Well, I think the only thing of note for me, Dave, was the graphics this week. By God, it has been shit. And the full PR, Joey trying to turn everything around because the producers have probably had a little nudge in his ear and said, you need to stop being a cock. And, you know, that meme stuff I'll talk about. But yeah, the graphics was the start of the week. And got to say, Dave, there's something off about Sean, you know. Sean and Joey just constantly going at Josh. What the fuck's Josh done? Has he left the floater in the toilet? Has he fucking peed on the fucking seat or something? What's going on? It's just nonsense. Sean is consistently winding him up, and I don't know what's going on. I can see what's being said online, and obviously we haven't got the full picture of like 24 hours, 7 days a week sort of thing. But every time Sean just makes a beeline for me and Josh, and I just think he's bang out of order, and then Joey's not far behind himself. Yeah.
Well, I sort of think that Sean's almost doing it to almost seek Joey's approval. You know, he's so far up Joey's arse, isn't he? It's ridiculous to watch. But yeah, they are constantly going after Josh, and Josh doesn't have any of it. I tell you what I do like, actually. I like the fact that Kieran doesn't stand for any shit as well. Like, you've got almost Sean and Joey on one side. Io's kind of staying on the periphery as well, and Josh just isn't putting up with anything. But, like, Kieran doesn't seem to give a fuck either. So I do think that Sean is sort of just trying to seek Joey's approval almost. But the pair of them all week have been absolute dicks, to be honest. And I sort of like, Josh, just really fucking go after him. Get the gloves off. So, yeah, I don't know. Just all through the season, Chris, it's had this Joey Essex season smell to it, hasn't it? And I just haven't seen anything this week to convince me otherwise. And I wonder if Sean's almost, is he just innately kind of buddying up to him, or does he know that, buddying up to Joey, he'll get some reflected glory, some reflected kind of screen time from that as well? I'm not sure, but bell ends, pair of them.
Yeah, no, I'm the same with you. And I think what I don't understand is, because we always say the producers' fingers are all over it, we know that it's become so apparent the last few years, is how the fuck is Joey here week 8? How has he lasted all this way? At a bore, 4 or 5 weeks in, cause chaos, leave, mic drop, see you later. I don't know why he's so popular. And it's like everyone I speak to, whether it's like, friends, family, my sisters or whatever, friends of like Sam's, they're all saying the same thing all the time. I've not seen anyone support Joey, and they've all said this has got to be career suicide for Joey here, because he's absolutely been a baddie throughout this whole series up until getting me some flowers, Dave. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It was so fucking fake, wasn't it? Yeah. Jesse's there, his girlfriend as such. Why? I know they go shopping and all that crap this week, but it just felt like he's been told what to do. And I can't believe that we're going into the last 2 episodes, and that bell end is probably going to be here towards the end. If he wins it, I haven't got a fucking clue who's voting for him. You look on Twitter, you look on Instagram, TikTok, there is so much negativity to the way he is for being a gaslighter, a wind-up merchant, playing the game. Is that what he's been brought in for? I think so. I just don't. And then you're questioning other people. If they're just people voting for him, I'm like, who the fuck are you people? Do you just live your life in chaos that you want a knobhead like him representing you? I just don't get it.
I can't help but feel, right, it's predetermined. Him and Jesse will come in second. Nicole and Kieran will win it. They'll come in second. but that's probably been on the cards since he walked in the villa as a bombshell at the end of the first day. So yeah, it's just feeling like that, and not to be overly cynical, but that's my prediction. Or if they were going to make it even less obvious, but definitely he's going to be top 3, isn't he? So they might try and make it less obvious and put him in 3rd, but then I don't know who's getting in the 2nd spot then. I don't know. I think it's all set up, and apparently they can't fiddle the votes. Apparently, but I don't know. I think if they wanted to do it, they could.
Of course they could. I mean, fucking hell, they're fiddling the show, aren't they? You know, when Mimi was the one left after Casa and everything, it was like, well, why have you not? But we know this has happened before. Not just at me, but it's like, well, you know, someone's going to come in now and sweep you off your feet. In comes Josh. Josh has got to play the game. They actually look pretty compatible to a point, but then these other times where I think Mimi's in, Josh isn't. It's just for the show, but he's not really done anything wrong. And like I say, he keeps getting singled out. I don't get it. But then we said it last time. These individuals in the couples that I like Ayo and Jessie. I like Jessie. I think she's nice. Kieran and Nicole, probably say Kieran. He's had a few dodgy moments, but you're right. He stands up for himself. I mean, at one point, he told Joey to shut the fuck up, and I was like, oh yes, you can win the fucking prize right now. You mean Sean and Matilda? Matilda, I think, the lesser of two evils. I said last week, I don't mind her now, to be honest, even though I'd called her out. And again, Joey and Jessie's really nice. She called him out again this week, and he still doesn't fucking see it. He's an absolute narcissist. Ruben came and had a chat with him and went, you shouldn't do that. You're out of order. Just take a step back. This is a guy probably 10 years his junior, and little fucking, little Weasel. Spoiled brat Joey. Well, Weasel, spoiled brat Joey. Yeah. He can't take any criticism, and he's got no self-evaluation. And that is the absolute peak celebrity status. And he's absolute people around him telling him how good they are. And that's exactly what Joey is. He's just gone through life getting his own way. And it's so weird to see it, knowing that when he's having these arguments, you can forgive some of the younger kids, but he's actually the fucking most childish one out of all of them, I find.
Yeah, I agree. And you mentioned Ruben there, and that was quite a brutal dumping, wasn't it? It was very quick with Ruben and Grace.
That comes from nowhere, didn't it? But again, fair play. We wanted some difference, didn't we, in how they eliminate people, and it was them. Yeah. But
they're leaving it really late.
Could have gone before him, Dave, and being honest.
Yeah, they're leaving it really late for Joey and Grace to get back together properly. As per Reality Radar prediction and mine, to be fair, as well. I was saying that was all set up, but yeah, that one's definitely off the cards now. And I had to ask Chris, I mean, have you been working on your apology song? Because, I mean, Ayo and Mimi, as of yet, aren't together.
But Dave, you asking about an apology song. I might be working on something with our newfound AI equipment that we keep messing about on. Myself and Joe have had a bit of dialogue, Dave. I've told her before, and I'm going to tell you and everyone else. I edit this podcast, my friend. If there's an apology, we will see on the last episode. But there is a chance you could come back in, Dave. There is a chance. So I'm not being funny. There is a window. So I can't offer a full apology at this time. Just like Ayo and Mimi as well, there may be a chance, Dave. Dumb and Dumber chance.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance, but there's a chance, okay?
There is a tiny chance in there.
Yeah, the radar has never been off, Dave. So let's just have faith in the reality radar, my friend.
Fair enough. So where to next, I wonder? We talked about Grace and Ruben going. The fact that you got this needle, and then, but Chris, I would say this last full week is a real fucking slog. And, occasionally you might have something popping up. I mean, we've had that needle that we've already talked about, but I must admit, I've been struggling this week to just even watch this. Especially by Friday night, I'm like, I can't be arsed. And to be fair, I thought the games were okay. It was good. And then I thought, are they really struggling for content so much that they're going to put something that usually is in the Unseen Bits episode into the main show?
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny you should say that, because we've watched literally all the Unseen Bits. Totally different show. It's absolute night and day. It's just a load of mates fucking about on holiday. And then you watch the main show and it is just pure, as you said, premeditated. It's an absolute, it's like Towie now more than ever. These scenarios they set them up with. And can we just go and sit over here? And they like, instead of just having a chat with him there and then, obviously it's Love Island, innit? They have to walk across the villa, don't they? Come and sit here by the fire pit. Or come and sit here on the balcony or whatever. And it's like, yeah, because that's where the cameras are. It is night and day. They have so much fun on the extras bit. And just, look, there's going to be 7 episodes of that or 8 episodes at the extra. I'm not saying you watch them, but if you do get a chance just to watch a bit of it, you'll understand it's completely different. Even fucking Ian Sterling throws in a few funny lines on that one, Dave. He doesn't on the fucking main show. But I'm with you. I've struggled this week watching this, like, because you're watching him sort of go through the motions. They go in that supermarket and Joey's there, like, leading the fucking orchestra. He's never been in a fucking supermarket in his fucking life, has he? He's going in there and he's like going on like, oh yeah, what's this? Oh yeah, beans, yeah, tin. Wow. He's never ever had to do anything for himself, that lad. And they're all there dicking around, and like, obviously the lads haven't got a clue, have they, what they're doing. But I think I'm with you. You know, we see the families. We saw like them come in, having chats and everything with each one. Joey was very sheepish with Grace, his family, like obviously the week before. And then you've got the sort of, where's the baby gain? We don't need the baby gain. We don't need any of that crap. I don't know. I'm with you. I felt, even though I slate them sort of games, and I do think this series has been light on them sort of games. They seem to have, like you said, they've left them for the extra show. We've not seen any of the silliness. There's only been a few games when there's a lot of them in there. Whereas now we're concentrating on the love. It's the fucking dates in it. We've got all that crap. We're going to get, you know it's coming. We're going to get the helicopters, and then someone's going to get a helicopter. Someone's going to get a fucking pedalo, and you're going to see where the budget's gone. I'd be amazed if Joey Essex doesn't have the most budget spent on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just probably going to happen, isn't it? Sunday night, and then again, it'll be clear where the producers' bets are going. So, not that, like, say, they can't fiddle it anyway. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I've got a bit of breaking news for you, actually, Mr. Horrocks, because there's a new reality show that I've seen, right? Now, just hear me out. I can hear. I can't hear you, but I can feel.
Does this have to do Love Island USA?
Well, if we're doing Love Island USA, we'll talk about that after we finish the UK. But she's got a reality show coming to ITV, Dave, and apparently it's an explosive show. It's been filmed in Greece, right? She's the presenter, and it's an ITV special. It's very. I think it's about 12 episodes, something like that. But it's what's it called? Let me get the name of it, Dave. Let me get the name of it. It's something to do with Bad Boyfriends, it's called. And it
also,
looks,
who's she?
Olivia. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you've never seen Olivia Atwood. Olivia Atwood was in season 3 of Love Island. So she's one with that Chris Hughes. When she was with him in that series where he went, "Shall we? Shall I do a rap to light the mood?"
Is that Dr. Alex or something?
Yeah, Dr. Alex's series. Yeah, so that's coming on ITV as well. I think it's Bad Boyfriends. It's called. So it's looks interesting. There's a guy there looks about 45 with jet black dyed hair, some big sort of gearhead, Dave. So straight away I'm like, oh, who's this clown? Let's have a look. So I think me and Sam may have it in our back pockets afterwards, but I'm just throwing it into the universe for anybody who's got the ITVX app or whatever. So yeah, it is called Bad Boyfriends, and it does start pretty much straight away after Love Island.
Right. Well, here's me. I thought you'd committed on the Messenger group to do Love Island USA.
I'm open because everyone's saying how good it is, but that's a massive commitment for us both. And we have got a few holidays coming up, haven't we?
I think we need. I think we need to figure that bit out, because it means for the next 2 months or so, that's what we'd be doing. And then we'd be a bit out of sync with everyone else then. Yeah, I know we would. Well, we'll talk about it when this is finished this week, what we're going to do next. Because I've got a holiday in a couple of weeks, Dave, as the travelling Wilbury. I am, Dave. Yeah, and then I've got my Vegas trip coming up as well. So I've got to get my bags packed and everything. You know what I'm like. Flash Harry. I live a champagne lifestyle on lager wages, Dave. So just remember that. Yeah? But no, getting back to the show. There's nothing going on for me. I'm the same as you. And I feel like there's an impasse where
we all talk about the last week. Some people in the chat have already said, and we've had messages on social media saying like, I've checked out now. I don't care who wins. The drama is going to be minimal. And I think it is. The whole thing I said about Joey, he's now firefighting. He's now in full PR mode. He can't stir the shit anymore. He's going to stay with Jess now. It's all about the public perception. Let's pull out a fucking flowers that a magician would have up his sleeve. Some fake plastic flowers or what they got Mimi. Utter bollocks. And then even with Kieran, he's creeping. And then Josh, he apologized. And even Josh had said a few times over these apologies, I don't fucking believe it. And I don't believe it.
Sean apologized.
Sean apologized. But I think Joey had a chat with him and hugged him out as well. You're right. Sean did the big apology. But is that sort of like, yeah, we know we're going to be in it to the end now, so we need to sort of, almost, Dave, shall we say, like a Tory MP. But let's not get into politics. There you go.
Yeah, it's all coming out, isn't it? And this is the bit that I hate, is it's all so fucking insincere. Do you reckon we'll have a hunt the slipper exercise? No one's done it this season yet, to declare boyfriend and girlfriend and get everyone lined up. Or have they left it a bit late for that? If they're going to get all the dates in.
Who I think it'd be, Dave, if you're going to do that? It might be Sean, but I would say it's Joey. Mr. This is all about me. I can't believe I'm still here. The public must love me. I think if anybody was going to do some big gesture, it'd be him. I think, just to try and seal the victory. And I don't think he's going to win it. I'd be fuming if he won it. That'd be a disgrace, but there you go.
I don't know. I feel like Sean could do it with Matilda. If I'm to be completely cynical, I just wonder if Joey would even see that as a bit beneath him. I don't know if he would do that. And the whole conversation about, would Jessie fit into Joey's lifestyle? I absolutely don't think she would. I mean, she seems very sensible. She does seem to have that myopic laser vision just for him. So I guess that goes against anything sensible. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Joey would try it. But yeah, I just feel like they'll have a go on the outside for at least a few months. But I imagine he's just into his lifestyle, how it is. And she strikes me as someone who's just a bit too sensible, maybe. So yeah, I can't see it. Kieran and Nicole will have a decent go on the outside, I reckon. But then eventually something will happen, which will mean Kieran getting accused of something, and then they'll split up, and then there'll be Instagram posts announcing it and stuff like that. So just into the run that doesn't really mean a lot now.
No, I'm with you. And I know we said at the top of the show, there's not a lot to talk about, but I've not got much more. Have you got anything else in the tank on this one, Dave? I've been looking at what's happened. I can't see anything that stood out. I think we've covered like the graft days, Grace and Ruben going. Maybe prediction. I tell you what, then before we go, prediction. So let's go with the couples, Dave. So we've already said it. So Kieran and Nicole, where are you going with that?
Yeah, I think they'll win it. I think they'll come first.
I agree. Matilda and Sean.
Third.
Yeah. I think we're going to be not far off here. Ayu and Jessie.
I think they might miss out. I think they'll come fifth. They'll just miss out of the final.
Josh and Mimi.
I think they'll come fourth.
And obviously our great friend, Mr. Joey, I take all the gear, Essex and Jess.
And I would like, I think Mimi is popular. I'd like her and Josh to be top three. But I think, you know what, if Ayu and Mimi were still together as a couple, I think they'd have a really good chance. But it's almost like they've weakened both couples. Like all the individual people I really like, but I just think Mimi and Ayu was the shot at the title, Chris. And separated, I just don't see him getting as much of the public back in.
No, I hope I'm the same. I want Mimi and Josh to win it. I think we've probably Kieran and Nicole second, but I think Kieran and Nicole are going to win it. Matilda, Sean, then are you Jesse? That's a toss-up between them. Who's third and fourth? Got to be Joey and Jess fucking fifth. I'm sorry, Jess. Even though I like he's a dickhead. He's not in my fucking top 5, even though he will be. So I'm hoping they get booted first. I just got a feeling he's going to go to the wire. I don't, like you said, I don't think they're going to win it, but I think they're going to be in the top 2.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Not stand it.
But yeah, I think honestly, Chris, I think I'm spent. The best, most positive thing I can say about this week is we've now got 2 episodes to go. And then we are done, my friend. We are fucking 2 months down. And then, we can close the door on Love Island UK season 11.
Yeah, until Bella and Day comes up with another harebrained scheme, Dave. But anyway, let's move on from that. So massive thank you to everyone. And we appreciate all the support this series, guys. I know Dave said it last episode, but just doing it once a week is just working now. And it just gets us to sort of sit at the table and do it. The daily ones are just a thing of the past at the moment. If things change, we would definitely hop on and do a bit more. But thank you for sticking with us and supporting the podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media, @cdrealitycast. As always, go to Facebook, Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. Come and join us over there. Massive thank you to Charlene for regulating and running that page for us. We do appreciate it. And all the show links are there if you're outside the UK. And I said it last time, there is a NordVPN link if you want to watch it on the ITVX as well. So please find that in the show notes. If you do get a chance, please drop us a review on the podcast as well. We do appreciate all the reviews, good and bad. It's always good fun. So just before I do the roll call of honour, though, Dave, I will say that if there is a resolution to the Ayumi, Grayson, Joey situation, Dave, there may be a song next week, but I can't promise that. But we'll see. But anyway, the roll call of honour for today, and a massive thank you to Marcy, Stacey, Sinead, Jesse, Kathleen Sims, Andrea Nick, Danielle Kim, Amanda Larissa, Helen Nicola, Fiona, Maggie, Zoe, Gillian, Keith, Helen, Chloe, Joanna, Libby, Susan, Hennessy, Lauren, Lucky Lulu Green, and Ken Gustafson. So thank you so much, guys. Amazing support for the podcast. And absolutely brilliant time.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much for that, mate. Like I say, crawling a little bit to the finish line now, but we've got 1 of 2 episodes is tonight, isn't it? And then one on Monday night as well. So can't wait to speak. We'll try and record Tuesday night and get our thoughts out there. And then, we'll close the door on this season. But thank you very much, sir. Thanks to all our supporters. Thanks to all our listeners. And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.